warm greeting to all of you. I welcome you back for a new academic year with a new beginning. I would like to take this opportunity to explain a few important points regarding online classes. I understand that it is a difficult time for both of us. As a school, our team faces the biggest challenge of teaching and engaging the children through online classes with very limited resources. And as a parent, your concerns and fear may be many. But don't forget that we both are striving hard for one common thing, our children's well-being. Sometimes such a crisis is good as it has wakened us up with this new beautiful concept called virtual schooling. So I hope to have all your support as a parent in encouraging our team and our children to successfully complete the online classes. Online classes have their own advantages and disadvantages. As a school, our idea behind the online classes is to help the child to stay in touch with academics. We are not focusing to put any kind of academic pressure on the child. Our team has shortlisted the important topics in each subject for the learner to learn in depth. And our team is working hard and being vigorously trained to change the teaching style to meet the online learning demands. I'm sure you may be having many concerns regarding your child's schooling because of the lockdown, and when it comes to online classes, everyone is worried about the well-being of the children. Hence, we at TQIS have carefully analyzed the faced challenges and meticulously planned the classes to meet all our demands. And hence, I wish to share important 10 points for a smooth online classes transition. So the first point being the plan, the class plan. So we consulted few child psychologists and we have taken their advice to plan the online classes, and we have scheduled the classes with 25 minutes period for KG to grade 2, focusing the main important subjects. So 20 minutes we are focusing on the live classes, which will be coordinated by the subject teachers, and 5 minutes of physical activity to prevent the side effects of the online classes. And this leads to a screen time of around 100 minutes, which is 1 hour 40 minutes. And similarly, we have scheduled to 35 minutes for grade 3 to 10 with 30 minutes of the live classes and 5 minutes of physical exercise, which leads to around 180 minutes, which is 3 hours of screen time. So my sincere advice would be to cut down their other screen times like TV, mobile, etc. during these virtual online schooling days. The second point which I want to touch upon is the students' presentation in the online classes. So these online classes are like virtual school. I'm sure this corona lockdown would have definitely changed the habits of the children. It is a must that the child should look presentable and follow the virtual class rules shared in the WhatsApp by the respective class teachers. Hence, as parents, I request you to sit, discuss and set a routine for the child to follow during these virtual school days. These routines will be monitored by our team, and make sure that these routines should include physical exercises, yoga and meditation without fail. The third point which I want to talk about is the physical and mental well-being. Very important point, because the physical posture and the mental wellness during an online class are very important for a child's good health. So the first thing is the child should sit in a comfortable straight posture. So no leaning back. Okay, the back should be straight, the neck should be straight, no leaning down or looking up high. And they have to sit using a chair and a table or a dining table. If nothing, use the floor, but make sure that the back and the neck is in straight position. And the second point is the child should avoid holding the phones in hand and try to keep the screen away at a safer distance, neither too close nor too far. The third point being the physical exercise. So after every class, we have this 5 minutes of physical exercise, which is must. So after every period, the child should follow this without fail. The fourth point being the screen brightness. So according to your room temperature and the brightness, adjust the screen brightness. Please understand that extreme ends in brightness would affect your eyes. The last point being the child should be seated in a well ventilated room. So try to follow the above points for a good health. The next fourth point is the syllabus. This year we are planning to focus on important topics only. So this would focus to give experiential and deep learning for the child. We may cut down a few unimportant topics for this year, hence do not worry or panic. The fifth point is the technical challenge. So I understand that in many houses the child may not have access to phones or laptops, as both the parents may be working. Some would have low network, low bandwidth, and for some live classes may not even open. So in such scenarios, do not worry. All the live class updates will be shared in the Edmodo platform for future references. The sixth point which I want to talk about, very important point, is the online safety. This is a very important point. As a school, we have the responsibility to teach both extremes to the children, and hence we are planning to bring awareness to our children by explaining the most obvious threats using child-friendly videos discussing the various threats faced in online. And as parents, we both should bring awareness for the child to not to share any of their personal details to strangers over online without our permission. Give them the confidence that we will be available for them whenever they need us or discuss any important matter with us. The seventh point is textbooks and notebooks. We strongly advise the child to have their textbooks in hand. Teachers may plan a few activities and book back exercises after every lesson during the online classes. I understand that few textbooks are not yet received by the school. Do not worry. All the contents will be shared online for the child to refer later. The eighth point is regular feedback. Our team will be in touch with you to take the regular feedbacks from you to understand the effectiveness of the program and the learning difficulties faced by your children. So please feel free to message your thoughts or share your thoughts to your respective class teacher. The ninth being the parent responsibility. It is important that you supervise your child regularly. Track your child's progress and learning difficulties from time to time. Whenever your child faces any kind of learning difficulties, please feel free to share it to the respective class teachers. We are there to help you. The 10th point is care and appreciation. Kindly understand that our team is taking lots of effort to go live during the situation. At times they may not satisfy all your needs. I would request you and your understanding about their stress and really appreciate the effort behind this hard work. So therefore, let's learn to understand each other from each other's perspective to have a healthy relationship in this family. Let's support your teachers and your school. Thank you so much.